Yes, why is it harder to do a game without having a game engine? I mean, if you're good at programming, you can still do all the things. But you just said it, Skull. That's the point. You have to do all the things. So, for example, you know how in Unity you can place down a map, let's say using a tile editor? You have a tile editor in Unity and you can build yourself a really nice map. I don't have that. So what do I need to do? I need to go and build my own tile editor. I could use an existing tile editor, but then I need to build an importer in my game engine that imports me from a program, let's say like Tiled, which is a tile editor. And now I need to use Tiled to build the levels, then write myself the import code to import a tiled, let's say XML file, JSON file, whatever you want to export there into my game engine, and then display that. That's just one part that Unity or Unreal or Godot, they offer for you for free. They give that to you out of the box. So all you have to do there is just learn the tile editor, which usually, let's say it takes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. But building an entire tile editor or writing an import routine and maybe even like a check routine to make sure everything's fine, that takes like multiple days. If, let's say, you're inexperienced, it takes you a day, but you still have to, have the code, essentially. And you need to learn tile too. That would be a pain to program. That's just one thing. And now you can extrapolate that to say, okay, well, I also need to learn how to do graphics. Now you need to learn how to do use OpenGL or use Raylib or use SDL2. And now you're already learning 2 things that Unity or Unreal Engine, they give for you for free. Let's say you want to do lighting in the game. Quit. Let's do quit here. I don't want to do anything bad. I'm just going to close the game here. And maybe the button doesn't work properly there. I haven't tested it. Let's say you want to do lighting in the game, right? Lights. You have to program this. You have to learn how to do lighting in the game with different render passes, maybe bloom, darkening the image, you know, making it really dark, for example, you know, to create an atmosphere. You see this? And then maybe you make the intensity of the lights dimmer, right? Stuff like that. You need to learn that. Doesn't just come to you, you know? And so this is something that Unity and Unreal Engine, they just give to you for free. I think that looks kind of nice, to be honest. Excuse me. Maybe this looks good. What do you guys think? Is that a better look? Creates like this idea of being at night, right? It's like the night theme. Still less time than writing the own tile editor. This is peak programming. Need to write an importer for a tile editor. Screw that. Let's make an editor. You mean me? I made an editor because I hated Tiled. Sorry. I tried using Tiled in the beginning, but I was so angry every time I used that shitty program. I'm sorry. I don't like it. Might be a hot take, but I hate it. It sucks. I just couldn't deal with Tiled. I tried to use an importer for Tiled, tried to make one, but man, if one more time I try to select just one tile and it selects me 5 tiles because I clicked too slowly, I'm gonna rage so hard that I break my computer. Like the biggest issue I had with Tiled is selecting tiles to paste. I would try to click on one tile and it would select me 4 because it would draw a block. Still, it's yeah. Yes. No, that's not a skill issue. I thought you mean that's still an issue there. Like something not... No, it's not a skill issue, bro. I think I should ban you, bro. Writing a game engine is a great way to understand how all the systems work together. Yes. So you can think... You can think about making your own engine as this. You take 1, 2, or maybe 3 years of your life.
Am I so out of touch?
To learn how to make an engine, to learn the tech behind games. You invest that time to become an overall better tech person and get a fundamental understanding of that tech that goes into games, which can then lead to you making better decisions down the road when making a game. Whether that be in Unity, Unreal Engine, in your own engine, Godot, Game Maker, whatever you want to use. I think it's a very valuable experience and everyone should do it, but not everyone has the time to do it. I think it takes, I don't know, I don't think 1 year is enough of time to learn this. I think you need more than 1 year. Let's say 2, maybe 3 years. Because not everyone is John Carmack, right? Not everyone is a 5-hat. So for me, it took like 3 years. 3 years. We are currently, like I think for the last year, I've been focusing on the game. Like there's like the way my programming journey was like this. I learned how to make the engine, the tech. Then I tried a little bit of game development. And then I realized, oh shit, now I want to have shadows and lighting in the game. Now I need to work on the engine again. And so it went from, let's say, 95% engine to 90% engine to 80% engine to 70, 50, 40. And now I think I'm working with 20% engine, maybe 10% engine. And what I mean by that is the time spent on programming the game, 10% of that time I need to fix something in the engine, and 90% of the time I can fix the game. I can work on the game. And so as you progress further, that percentage shifts more towards the game. But you have to invest that time first.